I used to love watching those hour-long episodes of Charlie Chan from the hallway. Back then, I didn't want to go in the room with Mama. I always felt like Sundays was her time. It was the only day I didn't play the radio in the house. I didn't want to add any notes to her sound. Or maybe I just didn't want to be the culprit of her anger if it got too loud.
Turn that mess down!
Even though the TV would play, it always seemed as though she was sleeping.
I found it, Pop.
I have trap all set and you put big foot in it. Come.
Which way did it go? It went that way.
Well, hurry, we follow. Quick.
Right as I was watching Chan and Birmingham chase for the suspect, the doorbell rang. I was going to wait for the commercial, but I didn't want to take the chance for it to ring a second time and disturb Mama. So I got up and walked down to the door. When I got there, I peeked through the shades first. I had rather the bell rang a second time than to open the door for somebody Mama didn't want to know we were home. But it was my friend Benjamin from school.
Yo, it's me, Ben. What up? I want you to check something out.
We had been tight since the first grade, but as we got older, we hardly hang like we used to. Mostly because the guys that stood out in the corner by his house would bully him.
If we catch you out here again, you get smoked.
So he stayed in a lot. I told him to go around, then I quietly walked off to the back door. When I got outside, Ben was too frantic. I remember him shouting, "It's over for them fools." That's when he pulled it from his waist. It was the first time I had ever been this close to a gun. It was real rusty and old, like he had just robbed a stagecoach.
Do what I say and nobody gets hurt. We got ourselves a thief!
He held out in his hand like a piece of slice on a plate, but I was too hesitant to grab it. So he pulled it back, then he grabbed about 8 or 9 bullets from his pocket and just dumped them in my hand. One by one, he began to take them and load the gun. He was like, "I ain't gotta be scared no more, G. I can't wait for one of them fools to clown." And when he finally finished, he grabbed the remaining bullets, looked at me, and said, "Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you either." He just ran off after that. I wanted to stop him, but what was I to say that would sound better than his newfound confidence or his long-awaited revenge? I just went back inside and softly closed the door behind me. I walked to the front window and stared out into the street. And not even a moment later, I seen Benjamin racing up the block and a young white detective chasing behind him. Then an unmarked squad car came flying around the corner in obvious pursuit of my friend. They continued up the block, and I just remember hearing the sirens continue wailing in the distance. I never really knew what happened because I never saw Ben again after that. I always figured he got locked up for that gun. I just know his mom moved from their building not too much later to a suburb called Hazelcrest, I believe. I often think about Ben. I wonder if he's alive and well, but I can't help to also wonder if Mama was ever watching Charlie Chan too.